Hi, my name is Karen from Rustic River Home. Thanks for joining me. I have two arched wood blanks, one small and one large, and I'm going to make some Christmas displays. I'm going to start off with a large one by painting it with two coats of Pureco's silk finish in Calico. I just want to apologize in advance that my table is a bit wonky and moving a bit as I paint. Hopefully you don't get motion sickness. Okay, it's not that bad. The paint is dry and I'm cutting out the Christmas tree from the IOD transfer called Crimson Velvet. I'm using the supply transfer stick to rub the transfer onto the surface and lifting off the backing sheet as I go. I have accidentally removed some of the transfer on the left side, as you can see, but I'll be able to fix that up with a leftover piece I have cut off. I'm just using a small piece of the leftover and just transferring onto that little gap. Now I'm using Pentart's metallic paint to paint the inside rim of the frame. It is a bit translucent, so I'll have to go in with a second coat. After I cleaned up the excess paint with a baby wipe and the paint has dried, I dried brushed some of Pureco's Calico over the gold to tone down the gold a bit, which I did not record. I then applied a top coat to the entire project for protection before I go in with some Crackle medium. The top coat is dry and I'm ready to add some Pentart's Fineline Crackle to the border. It has two components and I'm starting with component 1 and I'm applying a generous layer with a clean dry brush. Component 1 is dry and with a clean dry brush I will now add a layer of component 2 which will create some fine line crackles as it dries. It is now completely dry and the cracks have appeared, but it's not easy to see, so I will highlight the cracks with Pentart's Antique Paste in the color Antique Gold. And I'm just using a paintbrush to rub the paste into the cracks. I'm using a paper towel to remove the excess paste, only leaving the cracks highlighted. And sorry for the wonky table. The last step is to seal the crackle with some Pentart solvent-based varnish. I'm not using the clear one because I'm after a porcelain look, so with a yellowish varnish I will achieve the result. And that's my first arched wood display, all done, and I'll move on to the second small arched wood blank. I'm starting off with IOD's Trimmings 1 mold, and I'm adding some cornstarch to the mold for easy release, and I'm just working my air dry clay into the mold and turning it upside down to release the casting. I'm gluing the casting with Pentart's Express glue, and I'm working my way around to add the trimming to the inner rim. The air dry clay is now dry enough for me to add a layer of the Calico paint without damaging it, but I am being careful. Next, I'm going to add some shimmer with Pentart's metal leaf, so I'll start off by adding a layer of the metal leaf glue. The glue dries clear, so you can tell when it's ready to add the metal leaf. I'm adding the metal leaf and using a brush to push it down into the sticky glue. The metal glue can be sealed with a glossy solvent varnish. I've cut out a few images from IOD's Yuletide Transfer Pad, and once again I'm using the transfer tool to rub the transfer onto the surface. All the images are down. I'm going to add some wax paste in gold with my finger to the casting to highlight the high points. I think I need a bit more shimmer, so I'm mixing some Pentart's gold pigment powder with a solvent-based varnish. You can use the water-based varnish or the pigment fix too, and I'm just painting the edges and also dry brushing a bit more of this mixture onto the casting and touching up the insides. Let me know what you think and feel free to subscribe to catch future videos. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.